you all look absolutely fantastic in your shirts. But you're not going to listen to me much today as we get this thing started. We have a special MC for today's event, 8th grade student Sadie Martin.
Good morning. My name is Sadie Martin, and I am an 8th grade student here at Joseph Case Junior High School. I would like to welcome everyone to our Unified Champion School National Banner Ceremony. We will start our ceremony off with Mr. Cordero and the Joseph Case Junior High School Band playing our national anthem. Please rise. Thank you, Mr. Cordero. Thank you, Mr. Cordero. I would now like to introduce our special guests who are with us today. Special Olympics of Massachusetts President and CEO Mary Beth McMahon. Special Olympics of Massachusetts Vice President of Schools and Community Development Patty Doherty. We also have representatives from Special Olympics North America and many representatives from Hasbro who have brought gifts for all of you today. State Senator Thomas Roderick, Assistant Superintendent Elizabeth White, School Committee Chairman Thomas Roderick, School Committee Member Eric Graham, and School Committee Member Sonia Barboza. We are happy to welcome everyone here today and very proud of our unified programs and our school. A Special Olympics Unified Champion School has an inclusive school climate and exudes a well sense of collaboration, engagement, and respect for all members of the student body, as well as faculty and staff. A Unified Champion School receiving National Banner recognition is one that has demonstrated commitment to inclusion by achieving 10 standards. These standards are based upon the 3 overachieving components that include Special Olympics Unified Sports, inclusive youth leadership, and whole school engagement. We are proud to say that we have met the 10 standards and have become the first middle school in the state of Massachusetts to receive National Banner status. I would now like to introduce Special Olympics of Massachusetts President and CEO Mary Beth McMahon.
Thank you, Sadie. I just said to Patty, I can't believe she's an 8th grader. That's amazing. Congratulations on being an MC this morning. My poor kids who are much older would not have even gotten in front of a microphone, so I'm very impressed. Thank you for everybody for being here this morning. I absolutely love the shirts. And let's give a shout out to the Case Cardinals, huh? I want to thank Principal Silvera for hosting us this evening, and look at, oh my God, it's like holiday party week this morning. And I want to thank all of you for choosing to include. In this day and age, inclusion is so important, and starting from the middle school level is really important. And I challenge all of you that as you continue through your education into high school, you take that inclusion thought process with you, because it's really important, especially in today's society. So thank you. You have been a unified basketball school for 5+ years and a unified bocce for 3 years. And I understand you also have unified band, chorus, and drama, and a Case Cardinals Care Club. That's phenomenal. So thank you all for being part of those, and more importantly, for supporting every one of those. You are also the first middle school to receive a recognition as a National Banner School, not just here in Massachusetts, but in the United States of America. So. And my staff's looking at me because I think I said something wrong there, but I don't care. So the reality of the situation is, how many here know ESPN? That's impressive. This is clear. Yeah, I was going to say. All right. How many of you watch ESPN? Are we not a sports state or what? We are a sports state to have that many people raise their hands. Well, there's one lucky guy here. He was over here raising his hand a lot. His name's Chris Pence. He's from Special Olympics Incorporated. You want to get to know anybody from ESPN, get to know Chris, because he handles our ESPN relationship, and they are a huge sponsor of Special Olympics. And so this year, I get to also tell you that you made the ESPN honor roll, and I get to present to your principal, and therefore all of you, the 2022 ESPN Honor Roll presented to Joseph Case Junior High School. It's like Christmas. My staff wanted you to unwrap the gift. Sorry. Congratulations. And I will have to say, I'm lucky enough to work across the state of Massachusetts, and we do have extreme support from all of our state representatives and state senate. And so it's great for me to be able to introduce State Senator Tom Roderick to come up and speak a few words.
Good morning, everyone. Wow, what a day. I'm State Senator Michael Roderick, and I have the honor of representing the town of Swansea in the state legislature, and I'm here for two important reasons today. First of all, of course, to say congratulations to Case Junior High School. To become the first middle school in the United States of America to be designated, to receive this designation is an amazing feat. So congratulations to all of you. Let's hear it. Come on. Come on. Congratulations to Mr. Silvera and all of the team and the staff that work so hard to ensure that we have full inclusion here at Case Junior High School. You don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk, and that's important, and it's recognized. And secondly, I'm here to say thank you to Massachusetts and to all of Special Olympics. Special Olympics has long been held a very special place to me. For over 20 years, I co-sponsored a ski trip with Bob Ski in Fairhaven, and we raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for Special Olympics Massachusetts. Unfortunately, the pandemic put a little hold on that over the last few years, but we're hoping to get that going once again, where not only do we raise money for Special Olympics, an organization that never charges any of its athletes a penny to participate, but it also raises awareness. We partner with our junior high schools and our high schools around the region to raise awareness of just what services Special Olympics provide. And every year we present the check, however much money we raise at that fundraising event at Dartmouth High School at the opening of the spring games. And it's a very special moment for myself and for others who help organize and run the trip. So congratulations again to Case Junior High School, to Mr. Silvera and his team here, because it takes teamwork to get this done, and to the Swansea School Committee, to Mallory Aronstein, who does an amazing job at probably the hardest job in government, being a town administrator in a small town. Thank you, Mallory, for what you do. And to everyone from Special Olympics and Hasbro, thank you, and know that you'll have our full support in anything that we can do to assist you in the State House. Thank you all very much. Good morning, everyone.
Now I would like to introduce Sarah Knott from Hasbro.
Good morning, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here on behalf of Hasbro to celebrate this incredible recognition. At Hasbro, we're a company that brings toys, games, and entertainments from brands you love, such as Transformers, Monopoly, Nerf, Peppa Pig, to your family. At Hasbro, we work every day to create joy and community for all people around the world. And we fulfill that purpose in many ways, but particularly today is actually a special day at Hasbro because all of our employees are volunteering all around the world. We believe that friendship is magic, and we strive to create diverse and inclusive communities where all feel welcome. And we're proud to partner with Special Olympics in support of Unified Champion Schools program and amazing young people like you here in Massachusetts, but also around the world. We're here to celebrate you today because Hasbro took a look at all the schools around the country, and we chose just 5 that we wanted to make an extra special celebration for. And you are one of them, because you have shown the power of inclusion. From your bocce and basketball teams to drama and chorus, and your Case Cardinals Care Group, you are a model school in promoting kindness and respect, and that's why you stood out against all the other schools for this special celebration. And we're honored to be here recognizing you, the students, teachers, coaches, parents, and staff who've made this possible. Congratulations on being the first middle school to receive this recognition. That's huge. In addition to sponsoring this celebration, every single one of you will get a game to take home today. So from all of us at Hasbro, congratulations.
Now it is time to once again hear the Joseph Case Junior High School Band, and they will play Maroon and Gold and School Spirit. Thank you very much. I would now like to introduce our principal, Mr. Silvera.
Hey, boys and girls, thank you all so very much for being here. I had to write some things down. I talked to Patty Doherty earlier in the week, and I said, Patty, I don't write things down. There are a lot of these speeches, and I think about it a lot, and then I can just do it. Here, I got to write it down. So good morning, everybody. Thanks. I don't even know what to say, right? We're just thrilled and humbled at our little old Joseph Case Junior High School today. We have all of these people with us. I've been principal here for 13 years. Never before have we amassed such an incredible group of people, all of us, and a wonderful group of guests that are here with us as well. And then I thought about it. I said, well, isn't that what this is all about? If being together is not what inclusion is all about, then I don't know what is. So when you look around here and you have just, 600 people dedicated to do everything we can to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to do everything. That's what this is all about, and that's what we're all here to talk about. I think that here we are in middle school, so it's worth a history lesson. We need to recognize today is the 81st anniversary of the bombing of Pearl Harbor. It took place on this day in 1941. Worth noting that 2,403 Americans were killed on that day and another 1,178 wounded. This act led to the United States joining World War II, and then President Franklin Roosevelt later would proclaim December 7th a day that will live in infamy. So today's vocabulary word of the day will be infamy. I had to look it up myself to make sure I knew exactly what it meant, but it's something that's well known for a bad quality or deed. I just read to you the number of people who were killed or wounded on that day. It certainly equates itself to a bad deed and led to one of the most significant events in all of world history, really, World War II. So it's worth remembering that today, those who lost their life on that day, and the millions and millions and millions who were affected by the events of World War II. All right, any recognition for being an inclusive community automatically involves everyone. All of the honors, awards, kind words that have been spoken today are a result of the commitment of everyone here to include everyone in everything. So I have sitting on the side of me here a tremendous group of students who have helped me and helped our other unified coaches throughout this year, last year, and for some of them for 3 years to make all of our unified programs work. So I'll just introduce them to you really quickly. You already met Sadie, who did a fantastic job. My man, Ben Woodsmall over on the side of him. Stephen Corey, Sam Woodsmall, Abby Wilson, Lorelei Hine, Maura Richardson, Lauren Lloyd, no, Julia Lloyd. I always get that because Lauren's her sister, got that? And Lauren Powers down on the end as well. Now, because not everybody can sit up here in front of 500 and some people. So let me recognize some of my favorite people back here with me. Morgan Hill, there she is. Ava Galveo, my main man, Dylan Braga, Josh Barbosa, Bella Vega, and my other very good man, Ethan Mello. Oh, there's Emily Atkion in the back. Aaron Reed was here too. Right. Olivia Miguel down in the back as well. Eric Durant. Another one of our thank you guys, you are certainly the best. But that's not all of it. It's not just those students that make this an inclusive school. Every single one of you has a part in this each and every single day. What do you mean to be a unified champion, Mrs. Silvera? Pretty simple. Every time you act kindly towards someone else, that makes you a unified champion. Every time you ask someone to sit with you, join your group, be together with you, that makes you a unified champion. Things that you can do every single day. I was talking to our friends from Special Olympics. We had a meeting on Friday. I talked to some people today, and I said to myself, that's a pretty awesome job. If I work for Special Olympics, then my job is to work to include people each and every day. That's all I do. That's what my main goal is. And then I thought about it and said, wait a minute, that's what we do. Right? So we don't, it's our job to make sure that everybody's included each and every day. So we don't need to be envious of people from Special Olympics. They're great people. However, we have the same responsibility each and every day here, I don't like the papers, at Joseph Case Junior High School to make sure that those are the things that happen each and every day. There's some adults in the room who have gone above and beyond that we need to recognize for the things that they do. And this will help explain what we mean when we talk about inclusion and being an inclusive school. You already heard from Mr. Cadero. Mr. Cadero is our band director. Year after year after year, Mr. Cadero accepts every single student who wants to be in the band. It doesn't matter who they are, what their disability might be, they're included. You'll hear in a couple minutes from our chorus and Mr. Destin, and Mr. Destin's the same way. Mr. Destin's never come to me and say, Mr. I can't have that student in the chorus. Every student's included. If a student wants to be in the chorus, they're in the chorus, period. That's all there is to it. All right? Our school nurse, Mrs. Sylvia here. Oh, that Mrs. Sylvia's here. none of the things that we do here get done without our school nurse, Mrs. Sylvia, so it's really important to recognize her. A unified champion's here somewhere, Mr. Kelly, our assistant principal, a champion for students with special needs and all students in general, Mr. Kelly. Nothing here happens without Mr. Kelly. No middle school without the assistant principal. Nothing happens at any of those places. Our school adjustment council, Mrs. Provost, is here with our students back there. Mrs. Provost does a tremendous job. The other people who helped us out, Mrs. Borges, Mrs. Cheryl Borges is here, helps us out with unified basketball. Mrs. Natalie Salvador helped us out a lot with bocce this year. Mrs. Karen Lloyd. Mrs. Jessica Bartlett's back there with our students. She also helped us. Mr. Rockcliffe's a special education student here, a champion for students with disabilities, and has helped us out a lot with our bocce program. Mr. Grant Hayter, who set all of this up for us today, is our phys ed teacher. Again, a champion for students with special needs and the best at setting up a gym. All I had to do to him was say, Mr. Hayter, we got to get the gym set up. He had a diagram 5 minutes later where everything was going to be, where everybody was going to be, and led us this today. Not with us, but a guy who helps us a real lot with bocce is our grounds person here. His name's Lance Machado. If I tell him I need a bocce court painted on the front lawn, I don't just get a bocce court painted on the front lawn. It's maroon and gold, it's big, it's beautiful. It's the type of thing that he does to make sure that it's a special event for our students who are involved in our unified programs. Mr. Dan Horton is our district transportation director. Again, anything we need, anywhere we need to go, it's one quick phone call with Mr. Horton. He makes sure he has what we need to get us where we need to go. And that's invaluable to us because it's one less thing that we don't have to worry about. Our guidance counselors are all here. We already mentioned our school adjustment counselor, Mrs. Provost. Mrs. Monique Grau is here, Mrs. Alyssa Matthew. They are, they make the place run as well by making sure that everybody is emotionally ready for school on each and every day. And years ago, they started our Case Cardinals Care program. Right, our Case Cardinal Care program, just an inclusive program. What is their program? Kindness. What is their program? Inclusion. A safe place that anybody can go after school, participate in some activities, be together with other people, and have some middle school type fun. I'll tell you what inclusion is all about when it comes to them. A couple weeks ago, they decided during one of their Case Cardinal Care meetings that they were going to put post-it notes on everybody's locker, 500 lockers, on every teacher's mailbox, on the secretary's desks. So when people came into school that day, they were met with messages, the likes of which were, you're great, you matter, you rock, what you do is important. So people showed up that day and automatically something told them that you're part of the group. Something told them that you're included, something told them that you mattered. One of my favorites was on the workstation of one of our cafeteria workers. There was a post-it note. It said, your food is good. A positive message for that worker when they came in that day. Another person, Mrs. LePage, runs our leadership group, and Mrs. LePage includes all students. Students in her group in the morning put up the flag. The students make the announcements. The students write on our message boards throughout the school. And currently, Emmy Aguiar is a member of our student leadership group, right there with Mrs. LePage, doing all the work that we need done at the school. Great job, man. Way to go. Another person who's helped us a real lot is Mr. Tim Irish. Tim Irish has volunteered as an assistant coach for our unified basketball team, I think, since it began. He's a 7th grade math teacher. He's our cross-country coach. He also volunteers to do that job. And as a cross-country coach, here again, this is a unified cross-country program because Mr. Irish turns down no student. Regardless of special needs, extra help they need, Mr. Irish brings everybody in, makes them part of his group. Mr. Irish, as it turns out, is a retired Army major. He came to us some 10 plus years ago through the Troops to Teachers program, and he's been working with us as a model for our students ever since. And Mr. Irish wants to say a few words. You there, Mr. Irish?
All right. Wasn't sure what I was going to say before I came here, but prior to coming here, I had a class, and one of the students asked, hey, what's this ceremony about? And it's not really about what you guys have done since August and September. It's about what this school has been doing for 10 years, probably even longer. All I know is that when I first came here, teaching STEM. I taught everybody. It's probably something I kind of miss, because right now I only see about a third of us each class. But when I say I taught everybody, I mean everybody. You know, so arts program was in there 3 days out of every 6. And I enjoyed having them with me. They were part of that class. They contributed, they did projects along with their classmates. And then of course, later on, you know, I got the opportunity, thanks to some friends who invited me to join them in unified basketball. And I thank them. And a few of them aren't here now, but they're part of the reason why this day is here for us. Some of the folks who aren't here, but folks who had that same mindset of contribution and inclusion of everybody. Included even an old guy like me that they included with them. So, and that's the biggest thing I can close with.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. That's a great message. I also offered up the opportunity for some of our unified students here to speak as well. And only one guy said, you know what, Mrs. Blair, I'll speak. My main man, Ben Woodsmall.
This fall, I was really lucky to have a chance to join the Unified Bocce team. I got to meet lots of new people, learn how to play bocce, and have a lot of fun. I think unified sports are awesome because it gives everyone a chance to be on the team that's inclusive. Some people not know way too inclusive, but in my eyes, unified sports is a great way to learn and have more fun.
Good job. Thank you. In my position as principal here, I belong to the Massachusetts School Administrators Association. I happen to be on the board of directors of that organization, and I'm the chairman of the middle level committee of the Massachusetts School Administrators Association. I visited middle schools all around the state. Great middle schools, fancy buildings, very high standardized test scores, but none of those schools have the people that we have, and none are a better place for students to come and learn and grow. That's because of all of you, every student, every adult, everybody who comes here and gives their all every single day to make this a place that students will remember when they leave, to be the people that students will remember 50-some years later on when they're principal of a middle school themselves. There is no better place for students to live, to learn, and grow than right here at the very inclusive, very beautiful, and very awesome Joseph Case Junior High School because of all of you.
At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Destin and the Joseph Case Junior High School Chorus. It is now time for the unveiling of the banner. It is worth noting
I'm not exactly sure how many middle schools there are in the United States of America, but I know one thing right now. We're the only one who has one of those. Boys and girls, that concludes our ceremony today. As I said earlier, I can't be more proud than I am of all of you for listening to what we say every day and acting the way that we know you can and the way that you know you should every single day. That makes this a great place for everybody. Couldn't do it without you. To our guests here, again, I don't know what to say. I couldn't, humbled beyond belief that all of you would come to spend this time with us and, you know, for the recognition. The lucky thing, as Mrs. Knott said, we're all leaving with something today. The Hasbro people have brought games for us. So we're going to start with the 6th grade, leaving out through those doors over there. You got to get your game on the way out. And we got to do it nice and calmly, so wait until somebody tells you. Thank you.